Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with the FX Market Insight for Friday, December the 6th. Okay, now as we cruise towards the non-farm payrolls, we're starting to see a bit of a clearer picture here. The US dollar sliding lower, and sterling, euro, potentially even the Aussie, potentially ready to pop higher. So we're going to sort of really switch on. Trump's trying to really appease and get the equity markets moving to the top side, saying there's an upbeat, the talks between Beijing. And then what he's not trying to look at is the impeachment stuff, which is still banging away. Now, the Conservatives look like the market's pricing in a Conservative win on the elections. And that's going to put I can see a massive move here coming up in sterling if that sort of maintains. At the moment, it looks like, just on the hourly charts here, Aussie popped high, trading sideways. Same for Kiwi, although it's got a bit more of an upward bullish sort of momentum. Dollar yen, just with all the sort of fear around all the geopolitical stuff, we had that move lower, but now it's sort of stabilized. And here's euro and sterling ready to jump to the top side. So really today, and dollar CAD on the downside is sort of just holding around 130, 180. Now today's two major events are US and Canadian employment numbers, right? So with this sentiment in the market and the technical framework, if we get weak US non-farm payrolls, these currencies are going to explode to the top side. US dollar will keep moving lower. Now, dollar CAD, this is where it gets tricky. You got dollar CAD already sort of lower. What we need is, the US and the Canadian numbers to be different. One strong, one weak, and we get a bit more of a move. Now, dollar CAD's already at 130, 180. It's dropped 100 points sort of on the hawkish tone from the Bank of Canada. If we get strong Canadian numbers and weak US numbers, it's going to go another 100. So just factor that in. On the flip side of that, if we get strong US numbers and weak Canadian numbers, it's going to correct that whole move. So we've got potential across the board here. You need to be very, very precise with what you're looking for. To me, sterling, I know we've got the geopolitical side of the elections coming up, but if these polls are right, we could see this thing up towards 140, right? There's a huge potential here. What we need right now is weak US numbers, and that'll see euro sitting around resistance there as well, pop to the top side. And you'll also see Aussie and Kiwi breaking daily trend lines and potentially weekly trend lines as well. This is probably our best setup in some time, right? So you need to really focus on this. Just coming back into the overall analysis, it's been a while, but we are starting to see a bit of strength here, some good opportunities on potentially sterling, moving topside with strong strength. To me, you got to focus on resistance. And with the dollar going down, or the dollar index, focusing on where those support levels are. Funnily enough, the dollar's already broken down, so support's about 500 points away. And that's why these things can move very quickly. All right, guys, just be aware, non-farm payrolls Friday, it's loose. There's lots of variables coming out. So when you think it's a great opportunity, well, it is with technical levels, but just trading live around the actual release is going to be high volatility, very illiquid markets in that first 10 seconds after the release. So bear that in mind. And obviously keep an eye on these geopolitical situations as much as you can. Huge day coming up. Technically, fundamentally, this is where the action is, and this is where you need to put all your knowledge into play. Good luck, guys. Have a good one. Cheerio.